This is the 49ers Report. Chase Sr. here with you. I'm glad all of you are hanging out here for our Niners-Saints preview. This is how the 49ers can win this game on the road, tough environment, without the likes of Brock Purdy, because Mac Jones is going to get the start for head coach Kyle Shanahan. Major key to the game, number one, as I'm about to give you evidence behind this point, the Niners must protect Mac Jones. Keep in mind, he is a statue in the pocket. He cannot hurt you with his feet or his legs. He cannot extend plays to make plays downfield improvisationally like Brock Purdy can. Brock Purdy is such a sneaky, good, underrated athlete, and his feet, his ability to extend plays, it has bailed this bad Niners offensive line out time and time again. He did it in week one, yet he was still pressured on a career high for his dropbacks. 57.9%, highest rate of his career. Under pressure, Purdy, all things considered, did fare pretty well. 13 of 20, 126 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Mac Jones and how he handles pressure, going to be a big storyline in this football game. And this is something that Kyle Shanahan and this Niners offense has really struggled with in the past. They have to handle pressure, handle blitzes, and protect Mac Jones in order to win this game. Because here is how Mac fared against pressure looks in 2024. When he was kept clean, he completed 72.1% of his passes, 1,438 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 picks. When he was under pressure, his completion rate went down to 38.9%, 243 yards, no touchdowns, 3 picks. When he was not blitzed, he completed 69% of his throws, 1,100 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 picks. When he was blitzed, 56.6%, 536 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 picks. In 2023, Mac Jones against pressure, when he was kept clean, 71.8% completion, more than 1,600 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 picks. When he was not blitzed, 65.9%, 1,600 yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 picks. But when he was put under pressure, completion rate plummeted again to 46.2%, 477 yards, 3 touchdowns, 7 picks. When he was blitzed, also struggled here, 61.7%, 472 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. Mac Jones and this Niners team, they have to be better prepared against pressure looks, blitzes, and they have to protect him if they want to win this game. Which brings me to this. Number 2, Mac Jones has to avoid the back-breaking, momentum-altering turnover. This can win or lose you the game, and it can really cost you in a big spot. The numbers that I just broke down give us context for how Mac fares, but also how he's prone to turning the football over at such an alarming rate. And this is something that has driven his coaching staffs crazy, and this is why he hasn't been able to solidify himself as a long-term starter. He puts the ball in harm's way at inopportune times. He gives it away, and it's led to a lot of bad losses. 20 and 29 for his career. So you love the experience that he's had, but 54 touchdowns to 44 picks, that is not a great touchdown to interception ratio. The completion percentage, just shy of 66, that's not bad. Yards per attempt could be better, not awful, 6.7. His passer rating, 84.9. Backup numbers. He's also fumbled on top of the picks 57 times. Again, how often he's given it up, bad English, it's been alarming. Saints do have a new defensive coordinator under first-year head coach Kellen Moore. Guess who it is? Former Niners assistant Brandon Staley, who used to be the head coach of the Chargers, defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. He will be aggressive. He will blitz. He will come up with different looks throughout the game. He will have a plan against Mac Jones. And it's not like Mac has no tape out on him. There's a lot of tape out on Mac Jones. Because you are playing a backup, and because this player is so valuable, we need another big game for Christian McCaffrey. I know that Christian McCaffrey has really carried the water for this Niners offense so often when he's been on the field. He's just a great player, and this is what he's capable of doing, even when he didn't play his best game. Even though his yards per carry over expected numbers were not good in week one. Even though he didn't look to me like the 2023 Christian McCaffrey. This is how great of a player he is. This is how impactful he can still be at this juncture of his career when things for the offense aren't necessarily going that well, when the offensive line isn't blocking that well. He still had 22 carries for 69 yards, 9 catches, and 73 yards. More than 140 all-purpose yards. And Christian McCaffrey didn't even play his best game. San Francisco as a team averaged 3.3 yards per carry. They have to be. And I mean they have to be better. The Cardinals in week 1, they averaged 5.5 yards per carry. How can the Niners' run game exploit the Saints' rushing defense? Huge storyline in this game. Kyle Juszczyk, Ricky Pearsall, and Kendrick Bourne, less than a week then after the Niners signed him, have to step up and they have to play well. And specifically with Kyle Juszczyk, without George Kittle, Juice is going to get some tight end run. Now, Luke Farrell will be the top tight end. Jake Tonches, week 1's hero, will be the backup tight end. Braden Willis is going to be elevated from the practice squad to the active game day roster. But in order to offer the Saints defense a different look, different personnel packages, and to just put your best players in a position to succeed and give them an opportunity to be successful and make an impact on the game, Kyle Juszczyk's going to play some tight end, and I'm fine with that. I mean, there was a psycho play that Kyle Shanahan drew up in the first week of the year where Kyle Juszczyk ran a delayed wheel route after he was a blocker downfield. So he comes out of the backfield, he fakes as a blocker, and then he runs down the sideline, and Purdy was able to hit him on that wheel route. Like, you have to come up with those types of plays, especially explosive plays, to put your best players in a position to succeed. Utilize the versatility and the special playmaking ability of Kyle Juszczyk outside of just having him be deployed as a lead blocker. Ricky Pearsall, on the other hand, he was terrific in week 1. He's got an opportunity here to really help out his backup quarterback against the Seahawks. He looked to be that first-round pick that the Niners envisioned him being when they took him in the 2024 draft. He looked to be the number 1 wideout for the Niners that they desperately need right now without the likes of Brandon Ayuk, with Jawan Jennings hurt. We'll see if he plays in this game. 7 targets, 4 catches, a $108, an average of 27, and then obviously on that final drive, the big 45-yarder downfield. And I know that Kendrick Bourne was signed earlier this week, less than 7 days before he's going to suit up for San Francisco, back in the number 84. He's back. He knows this offense. He knows this scheme. Obviously, his learning curve is being sped up, but the Niners need him because they're shorthanded on offense. And then key to the game, number 5. Can Robert Saleh's defense do it again? I was so impressed with how San Francisco's defense played in week 1. And this is the beauty of great coaching. When you have one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL, which the Niners have, you have a chance to win week in and week out. And we can see performances like we saw in week 1, where with a bunch of new faces, with a bunch of young players, and a handful of rookies, you can correct what you did poorly last year. Stop the run, hold up on third downs, get off the field, hold up in the red zone, and then lean on your superstars in Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, Diamador Lenore to make game-changing plays. And for Bosa, he closed that game out. But also, the beauty of great coaching is speeding up the development of your young players, having them feel confident enough to play well, putting them in a position to succeed. Mykel Williams, C.J. West, Alfred Collins, Upton Stout, Marquis Siegel, they all played for this Niners defense, and they all showed glimpses of becoming really impactful players for this team. And this is a Saints offense that didn't really push the ball downfield in week 1. They did have success running the ball, but they don't have a good offensive line. This Niners defense can really carry San Francisco to a week 2 victory. And it's just really important for San Francisco right now, with these injuries, to play as much complimentary football as they can. Saints players to watch. Tight end Jawan Johnson led the team in receiving in week 1. Chris Olave, when he's healthy, he's dealt with a lot of concussion issues. Really special player in this league. Rashid Shaheed is so dynamic, elusive, and electrifying. He's got vertical speed to take the top off of the defense. He will serve as that vertical option for the Saints offense Alvin Kamara's been in the league for a long time. He's still highly impactful. And Cam Jordan, one of the best Saints players in the history of that organization, he's been in the league for a long while. He's long in the tooth, but he can still bring it. I want you to predict the score for this Niners-Saints game. How are you feeling about San Francisco going on the road here in week 2? Share your thoughts with me. I do think if the Niners can play a clean game, they can win. No turnovers, no missed field goals, win the turnover battle. If you do turn the rock over, convert on third downs, convert in the red area, they're the more talented team, they're the deeper team, and they have the better coaching staff. Once again, just like week 1, when I picked the Niners to win 20-18, I think this too is a low-scoring game. I think this too is a close game. Give me the Niners 23-19. San Francisco goes to 2-0.